Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you guys my Gaia Emperor Tachikaze deck profile for January 2018. Finally got around to finishing up this deck. It's a really awesome and fun deck with a lot of different plays and combos you can do with the basic Engorge ability for Tachikaze. So I thought let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. Start off with the Stride Zone. As it comes to the cards, I only have two Gaia Devastate at the moment. This and Gluttony Dogma are what I would probably debate on running either 4 of the one and 2 of the other. If you have the Gaia Devastates, probably go for the 4 of these since they're much cheaper than Gluttony, which is sitting around 70 right now, I think still, or a little below that. If you have the Gluttonies, good, run them. If not, Quad Drive Power is very, very good still. It has Engorge, Counter Blast 1, choose the same card name as this unit from your G-Zone. Turn face up. When this unit becomes Engorged, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. Shift to any other circles other than Vanguard for each face-up card in your G-Zone and put them cards in those circle into the drop zone. If the number of cards you put into the drop zone is 3 or more, this unit gets plus 10, a crit, and drive plus 1. So it's very good power. The plus 4 drive checks really make this very, very powerful. Either you have that perfect guard or it's an incredibly difficult card to guard against. And same with the Gluttony Dogma. It has the restand power for triple drive and then twin drive. It's insane, probably one of the best restanding strides we have in the game because it's very easy to make use of this card as well with Gaia Emperor's revive effect as well. Now I said I only have 2 and 2 of each, probably would run 2 more of the Gaia Devastate since Gluttonies are pretty expensive right now. Mostly for taking out, I'd probably take out 1 Dimorphonex, if that's Dimorphalanx, that's it, and 1 Arc Raider as the 2 cards to take out for the additional Gaia Devastates in this deck. Other than that, I also run 4 Gaia Dynasts. I like running this, going into this, and for my first stride, it has that Engorge ability. In the effect, choose a face down Gaia Dynast from your G-Zone, turn face up. When this unit becomes Engorged, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your rear guards, retire all rear guards in the same column as that unit, and countercharge 1. So, really good retire effect for the GB3. You can counterblast 1. If you do, call the card you killed a rear, and it gets plus 3. So, for your second time you stride into this, if possible, you'll get that additional strength power as well. And also 1 Twin Tempest for the additional rearguard kills. Very powerful for killing everything on the field. Get rid of pesky resist units as well. And 1 Vulcan Tyranno. It's the GB8 power card in the deck. You can go through your strides pretty fast since they all have unflip abilities. Get through your G-guards as well. And he makes for a good final push. And for the G-Guards, like I said, if you took out the other 2, the G-Guards you would have left to run are 2 Blockade Ganga for the power call plays, 1 Dimorphalanx, and 1 Bullish Primer, the unflip G-Guardian. If you do, it gets plus 5 for each of your open circles, meaning if most of them are open, you have pretty powerful shield to guard with as well. That's it for the G-Zone. We'll move on to the main deck. I run 4 Gaia Emperor. In my opinion, still the best Gaia to have on the Vanguard. I know we have the new Gaia Desperado, but his effect just isn't as good in my opinion. And he works very well, better on rearguard just for the plus 5 power when he becomes Engorged. So you have that to rely on. But this one lets you revive your units and then has the plus 5 and a crit Engorge effect. Plus he has Engorge on his own, so you can do it first turn if need be for some kill for effects. And then for Gaia Desperado, 2 of this unit. Like I said, he's more kind of a backup with the Gaia in its name since a couple units do rely on having Gaia in its card name. But he has that rear guard plus 5 effect, and if he's on the Vanguard, he gets the plus extra crit. But it is a GB2 effect as well. And I also run 2 of the new Great Cannon Dragon, Heavy Arzen. You counterblast 1 when this Engorged unit is retired from rear for the effect or cost of your Vanguard with the Engorge ability. You may pay the cost. If you do, look at 4 cards from the top of your deck, call up to 2 grade 2 or less cards from among them to separate rears, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Very consistent for calling additional rear guards for backup with all your Engorge abilities that you do get off. All you have to do is be Engorged, which is very easy to set up with this deck as well. Probably the better of the 2 cards to have on rear guard for effects. And moving on to grade 2s, I run 4 Diablo Cannon. If you have a Vanguard with Gaia in its card name, this unit gets plus 2,000. It has Engorge as well. And the effect, choose a card from your hand, discard it. When this Engorge unit is retired from rear for the effect or cost of your Vanguard with Engorge ability, you may pay the cost. If you do, call this card to rear, and it gets plus 5,000, meaning it could be a potential 16k attacker when it attacks. An easy callback for just ditching a card as well, for a very powerful card to be called back to rear. And also, I run 3 Lightwave Dragon Kazmalooks. This, when it's placed on Vanguard or rear, choose one card from your hand, reveal it. And if neither that card nor your Vanguard has Gaia in its card name, this unit gets minus 5,000. So a very good 10k to ride. And the additional, if you have a grade 4 Vanguard with Gaia in its card name, this unit gets plus 3,000 for each face-up card with Engorge ability in your G-Zone. So another good basic power stacker for having all those Engorge units early game in your G-Zone. And also 2 Gigant Flame. It has the Engorge ability. If you don't have any other Vanguard with Gaia in their card name or Engorge units, this unit cannot attack. A very easy ability to get around. And the additional, this unit gets plus 5 for each of your other Engorge units. So once again, we're going for real power units with all of these grade 2s, since a lot of them also have to rely on you having your Vanguard engorged. And also 2 Beam Dragon Apatomaster. He's the Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. When it's placed on rear, if you have a Vanguard with Gaia in its card name, you pay the cost. If you do, until the end of this turn, this unit gets plus 2,000, and the rear guard effect, when this unit becomes engorged, you draw a card and gets plus 5,000. The draw is very good, and I also like, if I target this card with Gaia Emperor and he dies and I call him back, I can reuse the effect again for the additional draw and power attack. He does eat up resources, though. That's why I only run 2 of him, though, in the deck. Good when the effect happens and I need to rely on him. And then for grade 1s, I run 4 Savage Guardian, the unflipped perfect guard, just because you do eat up Counterblast pretty fast in this deck, so this card definitely helps. Also 4 Prison Bird, so I can, if I need to, grab the right Gaia Emperor to ride on Vanguard, and just for that easy stride fodder as well. I also run 3 Cold Dragon Friesen Nix. This is your rear guard effect when this unit is put into the drop zone from rear during your turn. If you have a Vanguard with Gaia in its card name, you counter charge 1, soul charge 1, choose up to one of your other units. It gets plus 2,000 until the end of the turn. So a good power plus effect, plus that soul blasts and the counter charge makeup and are coming and essential basically for a lot of your other effects in the deck, including Apatomaster, like I said before. And also 3 Blackwing Dragon Raven Patera. It's a Soul Blast. When this unit is retired from rear for the effect or cost of your Vanguard with the Engorge ability, you may pay the cost. If you do, call this card to rear, and if the number of face-up cards in your damage zone is 1 or less, countercharge. So a good retire effect. It has the Engorge ability as well, so you'll get that field presence with this and other cards you can manipulate with those Engorge effects like Diablo Cannon as well. And for the grade 0s, I run for your starter, Child Dragon Little Tyranno. It's a Counterblast 1. Put this card into your soul when this unit is retired from rear for the effect or cost of your Vanguard with the Engorge ability. You may pay the cost. If you do, look at 4 cards from the top of your deck, call up to 2 with different card names as this card from among them to rear. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Kind of like the grade 3 reminds me of, gives you that field consistency. Since you have to put this card in the soul, though, just remember you can't target it with Gaia Emperor because it'll be put in the soul for its own card effect. You won't be able to call it back to rear. So make sure you have other units to target on the field with Gaia Emperor, which is why I love that Gaia Emperor can let you call from hand to the field and give them the effects, and they don't have to already be on the field. And for critical triggers, the lineup is 8 crits, 4 draw, 4 heals. I run 4 Parasol Launcher. It's the put into soul plus 5 draw card. I also like calling this card and then targeting it with Gaia Master, killing it with Gluttony Dogma on the first turn, and then calling it back with that ability and then putting it into the soul. Since you have to kill 5 units with Gluttony Dogma and you put this on the field, you will have to kill it, but like I said, then for the second attack you put it in the soul and get that draw if need be. And also 4 Ancient Dragon Dinodile. It's put in the soul counter charge, just way too good not to run in the deck for that assistance. And same with 4 Sledge Ankylo. It's the put in soul plus 3, so you'll always have soul power with this deck. And also I run 4 Artillery Dragon Flint on Kilo. Now if you have the new heal trigger where it's the counter charge, soul charge, you can run that as well. It's basically just preference. I don't have a full playset of that heal yet. Otherwise I most likely would run that one as well. But until then I have the one that does work with the G Guardian that we have in the deck. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Once again, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, Kira Qualia out.